every day I have like 10 new DMs. We want to be mentioned in your tweets. They were bootstrappers and they wanted to pay me like $400 to do 2 tweets. Twitter Spaces also help you to grow your followers. I jump on a stage and I speak, and I'm having 10, 15 more followers. And if you expect to make a lot of money from product and launch, it's impossible. It's more like a place to validate your ideas. PCs are good or they are evil, or bootstrappers are good or evil.
What are you doing? Like, what's your professional or career path?
Yeah, I will tell you how I went to product content, because uh, I was, how to say, I'm in the last 1.5 year super active on Twitter. This is my main platform, and it's a really cool place to meet amazing people. I mean, from all over the world, and some of them we met even in real life. For example, I have mentioned about this guy Alex from Italy. He's an AI guy. I mean, he's doing AI courses, and he's a digital nomad, and he was in Bulgaria last year, and we met each other 2 3 times, and it was pretty fun, yeah. And a lot of, I mean, from all over the world, you can land clients, work with different projects. There are so many opportunities, and yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty active on Twitter, and I love to connect with people, and I have worked with a couple of founders to help them grow on Twitter. I mean, in terms of followers, in terms of leads. And one of people I work with was, oh, we plan to do a product and launch. I mean, it was back in January, yeah. And I was, oh, I definitely want to do this. I want to be part of the launching process. And this was the reason to join product content, to find that also it's a great platform for connecting with people. I mean, of course, uh, users and other metrics are, we know all about them, but yeah, it's a great place also to connect with people that are super into tech, because yeah, I think the type of person that are product hunter are different than the people that are developers, business oriented to SaaS products on Twitter. I mean, they're slightly different, because I mean, on product they're super into early projects, yeah, which is different than ChatGPT or Gemini or some other AI tools that are totally different from the initial.
Yeah, actually, I think that many projects that were released on Product Hunt, also the AI GPT, I think that they were first on Product Hunt. The Product Hunt was the very first place where uh, I did that knowledge that something like AI exists. And this is, I'm not so sure, because many people who are on Twitter, because I'm in the circles like indie hackers, building public makers, and things like that, those people are going from X or maybe also from LinkedIn to launch on Product Hunt. And LinkedIn and Twitter are platforms where they are connecting with people to ask them to upvote, to comment those launches. So it's very intersect. And I cannot say which platform is that leading, because I think that those people think that when they launch on Product Hunt, that they make a lot of sales. But Product Hunt is a place where you can get leads in terms of like to get new emails for newsletters, or first testing users, not users who are willing to pay, like pay for the product for the very first time, but to try it for the very first time. And 2 days ago, I had a call with one girl from LinkedIn, and they are also about launching on Product Hunt, but they also launched many times in the past. And she said that many people are searching for discounts on Product Hunt, so it is a good thing to offer some discounts while you are launching that product or some new feature of that product.
You mean projects that are launching on Product Hunt to propose to users that are coming from Product Hunt to have some kind of discount?
No, you are launching on Product Hunt some product.
Yeah.
You also offer a discount for that product, so they can try it or possibly purchase it for a discount price.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more like a place to validate your ideas. Of course, you cannot expect to make. Of course, you can make sales, but if you expect to make a lot of money from the product and launch, it's impossible. Yeah.
It's less likely that people buy something from you when maybe that product it's not perfect. Okay, nothing is perfect in this world, yeah, but it's like a testing phase. You can attract people to go to visit your website and to try that product, and they can give you a feedback, and you can change that product according to their expectations or their needs. And I don't know, I'm now looking at the map of users, and many users, yes, are from the US, but many are from, I don't know, Australia, India. Many are from India and China, and I think that India, many people from India launch there, but when there are many people from India, I do not suppose that many people from India can afford those high price products from the US, you know, because there are different prices.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we launch, I mean, it was 3 weeks ago. I was gonna say last month, but yeah, it's still March. Yeah, and when we launched, and we were making a lot of noise on Twitter. We wrote a lot of tweets, and there are more than 10 guys from India that DM us, and they were, oh, do you want to have 100 votes from us, pay us $50, $100? Yeah, and yeah, I really didn't like this. I mean, why should I buy some fake votes for people that don't want to try out the tool? I mean, okay, you will have some votes, but your goal is to make your product successful, and this is happened by real feedback, not by votes. The votes, they will not give me feedback. I mean, one vote, it's not one feedback. So much valuable, more valuable, in my opinion, it's the feedback you're gonna receive. So definitely, I think that these kind of fake votes, they doesn't mean anything in terms of real value.
I think that their motivation, or many people have motivation, that when you upload that product, you can be on top, and people are more likely to notice you and tap on the link and to visit your page. Yeah, in these terms, it makes sense because you are more likely to get feedback because you are on top. So it means that for other users, it means that that product could be good. I will try it. I give it a try. But in terms of it's a very I don't know how to say, but it's not true. It's like give me a vote. You do not have to care about that product, but I want an upvote to be on top. But when you want to have feedback, you have to message that person, ideally your ideal customer, and ask him or her, please try it and say me what's good about it, what do you like about it, what is bad, and what should I incorporate in this product. So I think that this kind of feedback is more trustworthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with your point of view. And I was the reason I followed you on Twitter and DM you was your video about the community management. It was yeah, it was cool video.
Oh my God. It was sometimes I'm like, I'm bored. I should do something else. Okay, I will try a new project, and from nothing, I'm going to do some projects. And yeah, I try to be active on every social media, and I think it's a good thing because I can speak with many people from the whole world and connect with them. But yeah. I used to do these things for the Slovak audience, but we are very small. I can target maybe one, no, 11 million people from the Slovak and from the Czech Republic, because we are almost the same. Czech Republic or Czech people can understand what I say. But I think that on the international market, I have more possibilities and I can reach more people and I can see progress, because when yesterday I have a talk with my friend and I said that we are a small market, and I think that we have there 2 or 3 benchmarks who are really great in marketing. Like they are like influencers, and it's okay to compare. And but when I saw that I have no chance to succeed.
Yeah, I know this feeling because pretty much if I'm doing the productions about only Bulgaria, it's super small market, which it's absolutely it's I don't know what's the even the market. I mean, there is no market for this pretty much, and also the thing it's as you mentioned that it's not on international level. The quality it's totally different. I was super shocked with because I was on at a conference 4 months ago in November, and it was a marketing conference, and uh, there are all kinds of around meta SEO specialists and different experts, and pretty much 80 or 90% of them they were talking about AI, but they were using ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, and I was shocked. Wow, this is I don't know how you can use ChatGPT 3.5 because they're totally different tools. I mean ChatGPT 4 and 3.5, and I was really amazed. Whoa, is this the how to say the average quality that people are doing here? I mean, this is the level they are playing at. I mean, it's absolutely what is happening here.
Yeah, because I suppose it was more, it was cheaper, so it was cost effective for them. But yeah, this is how you can pursue those people, because when you want to do something on a high level, you cannot settle for something less.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, this is the thing why I want. This is the one thing why I started my YouTube channel. The very first was to improve my English, because most of the time I speak in Slovak. Yeah, my English in written form is, I think, quite good, but my spoken English is not so good, and this is the way how can I practice, because I have to write a script, I have to translate it, I have to listen to the translation, for example in Google Translate or DeepL, and then I have to pronounce it. So yeah, it's like several steps you have to do to make that outcome in a quite good quality. And the second thing is that I want to grow my YouTube channel in terms of ask those people in management who are involved in conferences for media passes to get those conferences, to interview people, and to visit various places around the world. So these are my reasons. Yeah, there are many other reasons, but these two are, I think, that reasons I want to purchase.
You want first to improve your language, English, and second to visit these conferences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So about the English part, I think the most important thing is to practice it. I mean, because for me, I had similar issues that I was afraid, oh, what is my level of English? And I think the only possible way to improve your English is to speak more and more. And something that I will recommend you is to join Twitter Spaces. I mean, there are you know about Twitter Spaces, right?
Yeah, I know. And actually, I was invited by Sandra from Clue. I don't know if you know her. She's on Twitter like Tako Treba, and together with them, they have something like morning maker show or something like that. It is a Twitter space. There are only two people involved, which is Sandra and Dan, but they invited me to their private group on Discord, and I think that every Thursday, one day in a week, they have something like community calls. So I want to participate in these calls in terms of improve my English, but also to meet those people, because it's like a growing community where I can meet those in building public and indie hackers people. So yep, I think that I should definitely try it.
Can you send me a link to this space? Yeah, to when it's the next edition. I mean, yeah.
I can send you their website here in chat. And I think that they record their episodes, but you can also set the reminders because they announce them in advance, and you can listen to their Twitter Spaces. But it's about listening. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, as I mentioned, yeah, Twitter Spaces are great because there are, I mean, all the time there's plenty of Twitter Spaces. I mean, of course, some of them will be not interesting for you, but there are a lot of about AI, about different tools, about some kind of, yeah. So are a great opportunity first to improve your English. Of course, I think if you want to improve your English, this is a super opportunity. Second of all, you're making connections with people because people will. It's a cool way to interact with them. And third reason, it's um, Twitter Spaces also help you to grow your followers. I mean, for example, I jumped on the stage for this guy Alex. I mentioned he's having a Twitter space, and every time I jump on a stage and I speak 3, 4, 5 minutes, and I'm having 10, 15 more followers, and I'm wow. What did I say that was so impressive? But yeah, people. Of course, I'm speaking if the space has attendance, people that are joining the space. But it's a great way to improve your English, to connect with the host or the other speakers. So definitely, I think it's a great approach if you want to improve the English part. Yeah.
And what's the handle of that guy you mentioned, Alex? Or
I will send it here over the chat. It's Alex Northstar. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that I haven't heard about him in the
Uh,
past.
he's an AI educator. He created a AI course. It's helping how to use ChatGPT, Perplexity, automation with Zapier, Make.com. So yeah, this kind of and how to use it practically. I mean, in terms of sales, marketing. Yeah, this is what he's doing. Yeah, And something that I'm really curious. What is how to say? Because you're a marketer, but you are helping other projects or product hunt, or what's the marketing you are doing?
Actually, I'm a marketer. I'm a freelancer, and I manage some social media. For example, I have one client who is in real estate properties. It's a local client from the Slovak Republic, but bigger project I'm involved in is Minimalist Phone, and it's an app that helps people spend less time on their smartphones. So it has a very basic UI. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like this. It's just it's a simple UI, black screen and text, no icons, because you are distracted by these colorful elements. So yeah, it's a kind of helping people with their mental health and also to concentrate on their work. So it's something like a productivity app that attracts you, that help you to be less on social media and your smartphone overall. And I'm responsible there for, I would say at from the beginning of the project, and I'm on tech support, or for example manage social media. Right now I'm doing some graphic designs and also trimming videos. So yeah, I'm more in that creative part.
Yeah, so yeah, you are helping with visuals and running their accounts.
Yeah, it's something like community management and social media management. But the thing is that I can do almost anything, because as I'm building my own brand, I have to try many things, like running ads, like newslettering, like creating my own designs, like creating those videos, shorts, you know. And right now I want to code my own website. Yeah, I could do it via some no-code builder, but my ambition is to learn code and program. So it's like a good opportunity to try these things on my own.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I think having a website long term it's super important, and I mean not only landing page or some kind of landing page, but having a blog also. So yeah, it's I think it can be super good to have it your own website.
Mm. And especially because of I need some kind of I need a website to showcase, for example, my not portfolio, but I want to integrate their form for signing up people for newsletter, and also tires, because in the future I would like to offer sponsorship of my YouTube channel. Like maybe when I will have more subscribers, I want to have there some tires, and people can purchase those packages to be sponsored. Maybe not only in YouTube video, but also in that newsletter and social media, you know. So it's a plan for the future. So we will see how it goes.
And right now, do you have a newsletter or no?
Actually, I created something like a Google form where I try to collect some information. I have maybe 60 people who are registered, but I'm not growing it right now because I need to build that website to make it more formal or attractive for people to register there. But yeah, it's also one of my plans. So at first I need to code that website.
Yeah, because I think in the beginning it's much more important to gain more subscribers, even you don't have a website or you don't have because I have a newsletter and I'm not super active. I mean, I'm writing it once or two times every month. I'm not doing super regularly, but something that I learned it's the more because uh, when I started, I wanted to do it every day as a challenge, and I have a group even with I created a group with five people in the AI niche, and we started to do it every day. But back then, my newsletter in the beginning was with 30 or 40 subscribers, and at one point I was, I'm spending every day 1 hour to do my newsletter, and the whole amount of people that are reading it's 30, 40 people. So yeah, I back then I realized, I first should how to say uh, try to bring more people, and after that to try to be super active on the newsletter, because at the beginning it makes no sense to write, because the effort you're putting, I mean, you're writing, even for one person you will write 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, but you will spend some time writing the newsletter. But if you write for 10 people, it's not the same as for 10,000 people, for example. And I think at every time you can try to gain more and more subscribers, because it will help you long term. I mean, when you launch your website or your newsletter, you will have more people that will be interested rather than.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that it's a good thing to be still active and to remind people. But yeah, I have to grow that newsletter. But that's why I think that building that website could help me more, because I could direct them directly on the landing page. There would be something like pop-up window and register there, or give me your email, or some kind of motivation that you register there, or sign up there for my newsletter, and you will receive for free this. And yeah, I think that I should pay more attention to that YouTube channel. It's very difficult to run a new YouTube channel, because everything depends on good thumbnail, good caption, and especially depends on first maybe 20 or 30 seconds your intro. And this is crucial, because I need more views, and those views are something that can be sold as my advantage for that sponsorships.
Yeah, I think to all social media, this is the common trait, that it's all about the hook, the thumbnail, the initial part. If you have I mean, for example, with Twitter, it's the same. If you're writing long format or thread, if you don't attract people's attention with your hook, your post, it will not reach out to a lot of people. So I would say that you should spend more than 90% of time trying to have the perfect thumbnail or hook, and after that, the whole other part, it's secondary. I mean, first try to create something that will attract people's attention, and after that, go and write your script and your.
Yeah, and do you think that that blue check mark helped you with growing your audience or reach?
Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, more than 100%. As because first of all, without Twitter Blue, you cannot write long format tweets. You can write only 280 characters. And back then, because when 1 year ago was launched the Twitter Blue, and there's a huge boost to long format tweets. I mean, back then, because right now the reach is terrible. I mean, in terms of impressions, I'm having 500,000, but back then, when was the initial launch of the long format tweets, I had 10, 50, 20, 50K impressions only because it was a new feature and it was great. But this is the first reason you can write also articles. This is also a new feature for 1 month, I think. And there are new features that are only available for Twitter with users with Twitter Blue. Second of all, it gives you credibility because people trust more to persons who can spend uh, $10 and they are more likely to invest in their brands and they are taking more seriously the platform and they think, oh, this person is more legit than people who don't want to spend. And also there's a lot of bots on Twitter, and if you are a bot on Twitter, you're not gonna spend bucks for bots. And you know that the person who is spending $10 for Twitter Blue, he's a real person. I mean, because if you don't have Twitter Blue, of course you can be and you are a real person, but there are plenty of people that they have some kind of not some trust issues with this type of account. And in my opinion, these are the two main benefits: the platform's benefits, and in terms of trust from other users. And also, yeah, a lot of the time you have more impressions, more boost from algo. Yeah.
And do you test, for example, which type of content, not content, but maybe form perform the best? For example, when you upload video directly on Twitter or share links or upload image or I don't know, are people more likely to read threads, like to divide them into those separate tweets, I would say, or to write a long form tweet in one box?
Yeah, I would say that they're changing the algo so often that it's we should speak exactly at this moment, because as I mentioned several months ago, long format tweets was the best option on the platform. Right now they are not promoting long format tweets, so I would and also about links. Several months ago, they were kill your impressions if you try to push users on Twitter to other website. Right now, your tweets will have the same impressions if or without a link. So they're changing so often the algorithm that if I'm telling you something, it's how to say it's up to date to 31st of March or this period. But if I'm telling you in 1 month, it can be totally different. And I this is the reason how to say it's important to to either to from your account to write a lot to see what performs well or not, or to have clients and to test different approaches. But something that is valid only to Twitter, because, for example, on a lot of social media, if you publish a lot of content, I mean 4, 5, 7, 10 times per day, they will reduce the visibility of your post. But from on Twitter, it's not the same. You can post 10 times daily and it doesn't affect negatively to your impressions. I mean, and this is something that a lot of top-notch marketers are saying. I mean, like Neil Patel, you know him?
Yeah, I do. I know Neil Patel. He writes a lot about SEO, I think.
Yeah, and yesterday I watched his video that he's telling Twitter is the first step of testing ideas. I mean, if your tweet performs well, you can repurpose on other platforms. And if it's not working, probably it's not a great idea to share on other social media.
Mm.
So
yeah, I think as I listened to one podcast with one guy, and he said that if a tweet on Twitter performs well, it's more likely to perform on LinkedIn, because according to him, in most of cases, Twitter is similar to LinkedIn. I do not know why, but he said it because they tested something.
yeah, probably. And I'm thinking to create a LinkedIn account because I'm having a LinkedIn account, but uh, several years ago I was because I didn't study at university marketing. I graduated law and I even worked several years uh, in the legal field here in Bulgaria. And I have an account, but it's only from people from my country, colleagues from university. And I'm thinking to create a brand new account for LinkedIn. What's your opinion uh, in terms of Twitter and LinkedIn? Does it make sense to create an account and share pretty much the same content?
Mm, to be honest, I think that Twitter can be used also on for feed posting. Yeah, I think that feed posting works well on Twitter, but on LinkedIn, people are very serious about their successes and what they've achieved, and that kind of showing off. And I can see that this kind of content wouldn't perform good on Twitter. So I'm not so sure about it. I would customize each piece of content for each platform.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah. This is something I really liked on Twitter, that you can write about anything. I mean, it's a platform that people are for networking. Okay, you can write professional posts, you can shit post, you can do whatever you want, and it can be super well.
Yeah. So mm, to be honest, I used to be very active on Instagram. It used to be my main platform, but right now I do not have a reason, because you have to share their pictures or graphic designs, and it's time consuming to share those videos or graphic designs, and uh, it wasn't efficient, and uh, I didn't have any return from that. Yeah, so
So some platform that I don't know you are is it something that you are using, but it's Medium, and it's interesting that the ethical power of Medium, it's I mean the domain authority is 95 or something like this, and I have several leads from there. I have only 5 or 6 articles there, and there are people that are reading the
yeah.
content you're putting there. And yeah, I think it's something super interesting. Yeah.
Mm, mm. I I didn't think, or I'm not familiar with Medium, because in our country it's not used so much. As and to be honest, Twitter is not used in our country. In Czech Republic it is, but in Slovakia, like, nothing.
Oh, in Bulgaria, mm, it's Facebook. The younger generation, it's Instagram, and the youngest generation, TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same here in Slovakia. People are not on Twitter. People use LinkedIn very rarely, and Reddit a little bit. But I think that people consume very not so intelligent content, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
And we had pretty similar issues because here, when I'm joining some networking event here in Bulgaria, how can I describe to people what I'm doing actually? And I'm just saying marketing, because I don't want to explain Twitter marketing, helping founder grow, and yeah, just say marketing and don't try to overcomplicate things.
Yeah, sometimes I do not know. I do not know what to think about marketing stuffs and social media, because every social media is unique in some way, and with all of those changes, I am like, oh my god, why I didn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And how can I help you? I mean, in terms, I don't know, Twitter, product hunt, or even with clients. Yeah, how we can collaborate. I mean, how can I help you? Yeah.
I didn't think about it, to be honest. Maybe in the future, because I don't know, I need to get first sponsorship to make my YouTube project more sustainable in the future. But right now, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I thought that in the end of December, uh, I would have, I don't know, 300 subscribers, but it's very hard to build in YouTube, as I said. So right now I have like maybe 270, which is also good, but the growth is very steady and slow. But yeah, maybe in the future, if you would have any knowledge on somebody who want to be more showcased in some kind of media, so you have that knowledge that I'm looking for a sponsor. So it's the very first thing that came to my mind. So is something from my side I can do for you, or do you have any ideas?
Uh, I'm launching. I will use my experience with this product I work with about the product and launch, and I want to help other startups to launch on product hunt. And I'm gonna start an offer around product and launches. So I don't know, pretty much it will be cool if you can, how to say, give me some opinion. Okay, this approach it's good or not good. Something I don't know. In
Something like leadership or
because I think on product hunt you are even more familiar than me with the platform and everything. So yeah, I will, how to say, it will be a pleasure for me to have your insights.
yeah. So in general, you want to hunt products or launch them, or
Uh, to to prepare the right strategy to reach their goals. What does it mean? For example, with this project we launched, they were not targeting to launch on the most crowded days. So we decided to go on Friday. Why? Because we want to be higher. So
but be careful about that, because many people reach out to those people for upvotes on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a social network that are used by people, especially during the week, because what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a professional platform. So it's more likely that people are online during their work week, and when there is weekend or something like that, they are less likely to be there, because I think that LinkedIn is related to profession, career, etc. And I'm not so sure if they will be active during the weekend or the day that is near to weekend, like Friday. So it's better to reach out to them during the week. Uh,
Yeah, but you're right here with this, and uh, my goal was to our goal was to do the launch to validate the idea, and not only yet to how to say, and my focus was to create the right strategy that will help us in terms of using our newsletter, social
Mm-hmm.
media profiles, and it was not how to say upvote related. No, it
Mm-hmm.
was generalistic and approach. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but yeah, I'm gonna launch this service and see how it performs. So yeah, it will be fully, or even I don't know, can you launch or help other projects launch on product hunt?
I launched something like my own product or product for minimalist phone, but as it is very time consuming, yeah, because if you want to lead some campaign to the successful end, it requires a lot of time, and people weren't able to cover these costs. So I decided to stop it for a while and to concentrate on other things. But I want to grow a community on Product Hunt because people are there very supportive. They are similar or like-minded, so I like it there. But for now, I'm not hunting products.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and besides, yeah, product hunt uh, on Twitter, how can I help you to your profile there? You want to leverage the platform, or it's about shit posting mainly?
Yeah. It's about shit posting. Actually, Twitter is like my hobby, my side activity, because I explored there many interesting people like Sandra or Dan and other people. So my initial goal is not to have a very successful Twitter profile, but I hope that it will help me in terms of that YouTube goals, because I can see that many people from Twitter uh, they discovered my YouTube and they started to support me, which is a very good platform for uh, get some leads from there, and I will see. Mm, I think that Twitter is very new to me, as I was used to be on Instagram, and as Twitter is not very popular in our country. But I think that I'm doing quite great on Twitter. Uh, yeah, right now. So I don't know. My primary goal is to get that sponsor, and I will see. But yeah, I will be growing on other social media to support also that sponsor, because I can promote him not only on in those videos, but also on my social media, like a long-term collaboration.
And in terms of sponsor, what do you mean by sponsor? I mean,
Uh, I don't know. For example, some channels have something like I don't know, some tires for that sponsor. That if you want to be for is an example. If you want to be featured in 2 videos per month in our newsletter to be mentioned in 2 Twitter or LinkedIn posts and on Product Hunt, you will pay this amount of money, and we can I don't know, collaborate like this for 6 months. I don't know. It's just a scenario I made up in my head right now.
because I was I have a I was reached out by a lot of AI tools back in June, July, and August. And I mean, by a lot, I mean every day I have like 10 new DMs. Oh, we want to be mentioned in your tweets, and it was, yeah, and this is the reason to ask you what type of sponsorships you are, because there are plenty of opportunities to make money with advertisement. I mean, sponsorship, advertisement. But what is your definition of this type of?
Yeah, this was that tire because I think, and it is a fact that many medias, not only YouTube channels, but also medias in terms of online magazines, have those kits, and in those kits are those tires where they're offered, for example, mentioning in social media, in stories, speaking about Instagram, mentioning in tweets, in their posts, in their newsletters. It's like creating packages, how many times you are mentioned here, in what types of content you are mentioned, what is mentioned. For example, it can last 30 seconds, it can last 15 seconds, you know, and yeah, it's also a thing of approval because you have to be aligned with that product. I usually search for software as service product, ideally that I use on a daily basis, or which could be useful for other users in terms of productivity, in terms of their businesses. So you have to be aligned with that product because it's like a relationship. You have to love that product because you are more true, and I think that everything performs better then.
Yeah, I was approached 2 weeks ago by one project, and they were because I'm writing some things on Twitter, but I'm doing, I mean, authentic. I don't want to presenting what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm discovered, and yeah, it's authentic. And they reach out to me and, oh, we want you as an ambassador for our project. We really like that you're not writing 10 tools that will change your life. No, you're just describing as it is. And yeah, this is also, there are projects that are pretty, that can be pretty interested in this type what you are looking for. And something that I can tell you that you can have this type of content that it's only review content. I'm gonna share my findings about Notion uh, or ChatGPT or whatever tool you decide, and you can write uh, posts, tweets, articles about and describe it in terms of use cases. And yet there are companies that will be interested in this type of content, and they can reach out to you.
Actually, in those short formats like YouTube Shorts, usually those guests mention some tools that you use. So it's also some kind of showcasing them. But I think that I need to reach out, or I need to reach out to companies who are a little bit smaller, but still can afford to pay that tire, that sponsorship. So I don't know what type of people or organizations message you, but if do you think that it could be relevant to me? So maybe that would help. I don't
I
know.
was impressed that this one that I mentioned, they were bootstrappers and they wanted to pay me like $400 to do 2 tweets per month. And I should try first out your tool, and after the after I try your tool, I can tell you, oh, I like your project or I don't like your project, and I want to, I don't want to work with you. But I was impressed that bootstrappers are okay to pay me this amount of money. So there are different type of projects, pre-seed, funded startups. There are even bootstrappers. I mean, I mean, they were bootstrappers, but they were a team of 6 people, and they were wanting to pay. I was I expected to be startups with funding, but they were without external funding, and they wanted to pay money to.
Mm,
There are plenty of people that want to spend money to be advertised somewhere.
mhm.
This is my main point.
Yeah, and personally, I think that to be bootstrapped, I don't know if it's a kind of my Slavic nature, but I think that to be bootstrapped is better than VC founded. Because when you are VC founded, yeah, you have funding, you have money, but you have some kind of commitment that things needs to be done. And I do not like when people raise money first and then they try to sell product, because I would personally, I would try to sell that product to make sure that there is a chance to sell that product without funding. And when it's approved that people are really interested in your product, then you can ask for more money to scale that product, you know.
I think there are totally different games. I mean, there are games. I mean, if you are bootstrapping, it's one game. If it's VC funded, it's
Mhm,
different game. And I think if you have done the, I mean, if you have the experience with VCs, you know the rules, you know the how everything is happening. Why not take the money and do it? I mean, because what is VC? It's actually resources. Because with money you can hire more people, you can invest in marketing, and I think I'm totally okay with both approaches, bootstrappers, VC funding. But I think it's in terms of VCs, it's not only money, but it's uh, money in terms of more people to your team, first of all,
mhm,
which is you cannot outperform team with 100 people. I mean, even with all the AI models and the tools,
mhm,
it's impossible to outperform a huge team.
mhm,
So I think in terms of team, it's better to have funding. In terms of having marketing budget, it's better to have more funds.
mhm,
And also, something that it's pretty cool about VCs, I think it's the network. They will connect you with other people that can help you.
mhm,
Which, of course, if you're a bootstrapper, if you have a network and these type of things,
mhm,
you can do it. But I think both approaches are great. I mean, bootstrapper it's great, VCs it's great, but it depends of a lot of things that are complex. I mean, do you have the experience? Do you have the knowledge? And uh,
mhm,
how do you feel comfortable at? I mean, for example, a lot of people don't want to have this external push, but a lot of people need external push to do the things better. So
mhm.
I think it's a lot of personal preferences and choices, and it's not only applicable. Oh, PCs are
Mhm.
good, or they are evil, or bootstrappers are good or evil. I mean, both works.
Yeah.
Depends for you and your situation what it's.